My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Aries. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading of past, present, future 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started with your reading. The general card is the 9 of Wands reversed. Okay, let's look at the first row, which is also your past. You start off with 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and Page of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so what I more or less saw what actually took place before this past incident even took place. We're now in February, which is actually going quite fast. I mean, wow, time does go fast. But what I'm seeing here, or, what I saw for you in the past is, you had this kind of endeavor or some kind of plan, because, let's look at these two first. Because I love the fact that you do get the Page of Cups afterwards, which is like an idea child, a little bit of an illusion, but it's kind of, everything is just, this kind of like the sun after a thunderstorm kind of situation. But I kind of, what I'm sensing here is that, you had this kind of endeavor, this plan, this idea of whatever it may have been, but somehow, you felt incredibly stuck and it just, did not seem to work whatsoever. Okay, sometimes, a lot of humans even have it. Sometimes, I even had this fear. And even, when I started this channel, the vampire, tarot, it was kind of a bit of a rusty beginning for me as well, because it's like I didn't realize I would ever get over 1,300 supporters, maybe more in the future. I can't say personally, but yeah, sometimes you have this idea, it kind of makes you feel stuck and you feel like nothing is working out. Okay, sometimes it happens, but the most important thing that I even remind myself and even want to remind everybody out there, even outside of Aries, is like, nothing worth having comes easy. So, sometimes, you're dealt with all these setbacks, these, bumps in the roads, these hiccups, whatever, full phrase you like to use, just to actually more or less teach us, how bad do you want this? Is this only just a tiny little fling, where you just think, okay, we'll just try whatever, we'll work out and stuff like that. But if you put in a lot of time and effort and energy in whatever this whole idea was, I just wouldn't let go. But I love the fact that you do get the Page of Cups, because like I mentioned before, this is like an illusion kind of card. Illusion doesn't have to per se mean anything negative, but it could also mean it's like that the idea is there, but the whole action isn't quite there yet. But I'm gonna have to look at the other cards. But I do love the fact that you get this either new beginning, or this is actually your hope from the past. Now let's look at current times. You do start off with the Knight of Wands reversed, which is one of your beautiful cards. The 6 of Swords reversed. I like that one. And you get the 10 of Pentacles. My goodness. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting here is, the transition from the Page of Cups from the past to current times is that, okay, the idea is here, but the action isn't here. And what I'm more or less sensing here with the Knight of Wands reversed is that, yeah, your resources aren't quite there yet. And that's what could also cause, lack of motivation, Well, you want to actually create something, let's say that, well, you want to get rich, you're a high school student or you're a kid, or, if your teachers ask you saying, what do you want to do when you grow up and stuff like that? I want to be rich. Okay, well, how are you going to do that? And the idea is here, but the resources aren't here yet. This could also be, having no job, having no money, having no, like anything out there. And so, of course, the passion wouldn't be there yet. So, but is that going to stop you at all? Because I love the fact that you do get the 6 of Swords, and nor should it. Because this is also a card of actually not wanting to give up. The 6 of Swords upright is saying, nope, we're going to take off. It's similar to the 8 of Cups upright, and reverse. It's also kind of like thinking, I'm not going to give up. Because if this idea or a plan or course of action is definitely worth your time, yeah, just don't give up, because you know what you get afterwards? The 10 of Pentacles. Remarkable. And of course, it's like whatever, comes, whatever, you want doesn't always, come easy and stuff like that. Because sometimes, you're dealt with all these, setbacks for a reason, just to kind of motivate you and to find the true meaning of why you wanted this idea in the first place. But let's look at the future. You do start off with the Empress reversed. Page of Coins, and Seven of Cups reversed. Okay, so on a short note, no, I'm just kidding, no, but what I, on one side, you could pretty much just say, okay, I'm getting Ten of Pentacles. The transition is that it's actually not going to work out because I'm not going to bring forth, with the Empress reversed. I want to remain hopeful with the Page of Coins, and I see no options or anything with the Seven of Cups reversed. Well, that's not how I personally see it, because what I more or less see here is that these are just internal fears, but you're remaining hopeful, and I love the fact that you're remaining hopeful, because you remain hopeful here, and you remain hopeful here, and you're remaining hopeful here, and that these two cards, even though they're pretty much on the opposite ends of this whole, part. And the thing is, don't give up. These are just only paper dragons, as to say, oh, do you think you can handle this in the future, my beloved Aries? Oh, well, let's start, throwing in all of these, rational fears of thinking, nope, it ain't going to work. Sorry. You're just going to have to give up. Well, I disagree. What I always believe is this, don't knock it till you try it, and nothing worth having comes easy, definitely. So, the thing was, it's like even when I woke up from my coffin after 300 years of hibernation, is that, my first thought was, how am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to change? How am I going to actually get out into this world? So, I always just thought, nope, it's not going to work out, and I'm not going to have options because I'm a vampire amongst humans. Well, the thing is, it's like, there was this tiny moment. It didn't, mean anything about money at all, but this was more or less this thing to say, okay, it's like, okay, you're stuck in a situation, you're a vampire, or vampiress in my situation, but the thing is, it's like, you can't let the evil vampire, I'm not even sure if he was evil, I was just more of an opportunity for him, but I usually, I still consider him evil, but the vampire that turned you, are you going to let him, win and will ruin your life and stuff like that? So I just, suddenly had this motivation to think, nope, I'm just going to, try to make the best out of my current situation. But and the thing is I still remained hopeful, and that's what I wanted to mention to you. Okay, for the clarification part, for the Eight of Swords, you do get the second Empress upright. So I can understand how this Empress moment, and this birthing idea, this new beginnings, this abundance, this, anything, this kind of fertile. I'm not sure if that would even, it will mean anything, but this is definitely about new beginnings. How pretty much just kept you stuck. This is something that, you just couldn't, keep out of your mind. You wanted to actually, embark on this idea, even from the past. And I find out remarkable because the thing is nothing worth having comes easy. And even, having that motivation to actually think, okay, I want this, but I feel stuck about it. Well, the thing is, it was there for a reason. So, and just remember that. For Ten of Swords, you get World. So what I actually saw in your past, especially my beloved Aries man, woman, whoever's watching, is that you tried to, bring forth this idea into this world, and it just got rejected and shut down with the Ten of Swords. Yep, okay, it's like, it happens in hundreds and thousands of cases in this world. You want to either, bring forth whatever this idea was, this Empress, or even, Page of Cups, if that's even, still the same thing, unless you actually change course. But, it's like you have to kind of, will remember how hundreds of these authors, for example, or hundreds of these, actors or actresses, or whoever it may be, they're applying for all of these things, and then they just get rejected, saying, nope, 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 nope. But does that stop them? No, because, it's like, usually there's something way better out there that's going to actually, draw the crowd even closer to you and stuff like that. And, and sometimes, it's like, okay, you have, some rough patches and stuff like that, but it doesn't, mean, that you should get the Ten of Swords and let go of this idea. So, again, whatever worth having, doesn't always come easy, but I'd love the fact for the Page of Cups that you get Six of Swords. My beloved Aries, this was definitely something worth celebrating in the past. So whatever this was, maybe, you didn't give up, and that's why it's, something that's worth celebrating. So let's say you're an author, for example, and finally, your book got accepted by, some of these publishers. Amazing. But whatever this, it doesn't even have to be a book. It doesn't even have to be that you're into acting or anything. But I do love the fact that there was something definitely worth celebrating. Wow. Remarkable. I just think this is very just wonderful, everything about, this whole moment of not wanting to give up, having, such endeavors and stuff like that. Beautiful. For Knight of Wands reversed, okay, the reason why you don't have, the passion in current times is because you get the Nine of Swords. And I get it. Sometimes nightmares, fears, whether they're even rational fears, actually could cause one just to, lose their motivation and lose their passion in life. Okay, sometimes something happens, you bring forth this idea, you're celebrating, and then suddenly right now you just kind of just think, well, why do I bother? I get it. Because the Nine of Swords is all about actual nightmares. I mean, this doesn't per se have to mean paper dragons, but it could also just mean, that maybe there was like an epiphany kind of moment. Maybe somebody actually, pulled you aside and whispered, the truth to you, where it just pretty much just thought, okay, it's actually game over for me and stuff like that. But should this actually be just an irrational fear where you just think, oh my goodness, I have this beautiful idea, that's actually bringing forth. And now, it's like all of these fears of thinking, oh, what if I'm going to get mocked, ridiculed, laughed at, any kind of negativity and stuff like that. Okay, it's inevitable to have those thoughts and fears and stuff like that, but don't allow that to actually, stop you in any kind of motivation. For the Six of Swords reversed, you get Temperance. Now, what I love about this is either this was a decision that you made and that's what actually, kept you grounded, at peace, pretty much, in a very serene kind of mindset. So I love the fact, that either, this was a decision that was made, think, okay, I may have all these fears of the unknown, but the thing is the fact is that you just did not want to give up. And sometimes not giving up kind of helps you actually, will have this grounded feeling of thinking, okay, actually, I'm just going to keep pursuing it, stuff like that. And so sometimes, when you actually, make up your mind, that could also give you a really, sense of grounded feeling, thinking, okay, I'm going to try something, different out, or I'm just going to keep going with this idea. Ten of Pentacles, you get the Eight of Swords. The second Eight of Swords, sadly. So what I'm getting two senses here. Either you're finally making a lot of abundance with the Ten of Pentacles, and it's kind of keeping you stuck, where you're just pretty much thinking, okay, it's like, this is my new career, my new endeavor, my new course of action kind of path kind of situation. And so I feel like I'm just going to be stuck, and I'm just going to be blindfolded, and I'm just going to be just trying something out and whatever. But the thing is it's like, yeah, you have to remind yourself, well, why you were here in the first place. Sometimes it's like your work, whether you find it incredibly, passionate or something, whether you're a musician, an actor, an author, or anything, is, well, one minute, you feel like, oh yeah, this is great, I love my work and stuff like that, and then the next day you think, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to do this again, and I feel incredibly stuck, I'm getting a lot of money. Can happen, but I'm also, kind of getting this feeling that you're worried about, getting money as well. Is you're pretty much just thinking, oh my goodness, it's like, is this actually, if, for not giving up, is this actually going to really work? And so I feel like I'm just stuck and blindfolded and stuff like that. But, the thing is, it's like, don't worry too much about the outcome, enjoy the whole process of it all, if that's what you want to do, of course, don't allow, any kind of negativity to stop you in anything. So, it's like, always remind yourself, why did I pursue this goal or endeavor in the first place? Because despite the Empress reversed, you get the Lord of Skulls. You get the King of Pentacles, my beloved Aries, and I love that, because the thing is what I'm actually seeing here, this is actually the irrational fear of thinking, I'm not going to be able to bring forth this idea or endeavor and stuff like that. But here, when you come, you could have, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo somewhere in your star chart. I mean, this is a Virgo card, and so it's actually a very interesting combination to see two, Earth, cards all next to each other. But I'm just, sensing that you're pretty much just thinking, well, I'm not sure if I want to actually, or, I'm not sure, if I'm actually going to get, get more money out of the situation. But to be honest, I think the money is just going to be heading towards you slowly but surely. So if you're worried about, finances in current time, something is definitely going to be working out for you sometime in the future. Can't say when or how, but that's what I see for you. For the Page of Pentacles, you get Prince of Scepters. And this is the Knight of Wands. The second Knight of Wands. Are you kidding me? No. Because this is your ambition coming back, my beloved Aries. This is you, man or woman, blonde, brunette, redhead. What I'm seeing here is that you're finally actually, when you're getting your first taste maybe, or maybe, this is all the money you're going to still be making. This is like, well, finally, you're going to get your passion and ambition back. Because the Knight of Wands is all about, yeah, this fiery, ambitious, feeling and stuff like that. So, it just makes sense, that you would get a beautiful Knight of Wands of getting back on the horse and getting out into the beautiful future of, even though it may, seem a bit uncertain, but as long as you keep up with your whole, passion in your own way, it'll work out no matter what. Because for the Seven of Cups reversed, you get the Six of Swords. So, if you feel like that there are no options for you or something, you leave, we'll take a different route and just take off in a different way or something. What I'm kind of seeing here is that you're actually heading away, from the lack of options. Because this is actually, did you already get, oh yeah, this is the second Six of Swords, it's like, wow. That you're actually leaving the lack of options because, you're finally getting money out of this and you have your ambition back. So now you're pretty much just saying goodbye to all the lack of options and opportunities and stuff like that. Because hypothetically, let's say you're an author and you pretty much, handed in your manuscript to all of these agencies out there and it was just 100% just pure rejection. A lot of people just give up. I've read a lot of biographies of these famous people that pretty much just grabbed their manuscript, threw it in the trash or in the fire or something, or just put it away and thought, I'm not going to deal with this. And it's pointless. I really am not. I just don't know anything about it. Blah blah. But then eventually, something will works out where they finally actually do succeed somehow, and then they're walking away from all the lack of opportunities and stuff like that because that there's something way better out there. Wow. Let's draw a special vampire card. Queen of Cups. Interesting. This is actually you loving, taking good care, and nurturing your beautiful idea. I mean, man, woman, blonde, brunette, redhead. But what I'm seeing here is, your idea is kind of, laying in your lap, and you're the one who's pretty much putting on a lot of care, love, support, and nurturing. Yeah, you could have water, like even with the Page of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio somewhere in your star chart. You could have air of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I've already mentioned the Earth part, but even then, this is you actually nurturing your beautiful idea. Amazing. Okay, let's draw a Vampire Oracle for my beloved Aries. So let's see what the Oracle has. Love conquers all, enduring loyalty, eternal love, and long-lasting commitment. You could have a long-lasting commitment for any kind of a true love in any way, but I'm just seeing that you're pretty much incredibly committed to this, passion project, endeavor, or whatever, idea or job or something that you're more or less working towards. But that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is you're just, there's just so much love and support here. So, I'm not surprised. Okay, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause the video and think about the questions you want answered. Whoops. So this card wanted to come out. For answer number 1, you do get a no because you get the second Eight of Swords. For number 2, you actually do get a no because you get the Four of Pentacles reversed. And sadly for number 3, you also get a no because you get the Ace of Wands reversed. Well, my beloved, beautiful Aries, I'm going to have to leave it at this, but if this reading resonated, please feel free to subscribe and join me on more vampire journey towards the future. I just want to thank you guys all so much for supporting me and my channel. I love you guys incredibly. So in a few days, I'm going to go back to love rings. I'm going to go back and forth between general and love for now, but I just want to say how much I love and admire you all. So thank you all so incredibly much.